All right, now back again. Bottom Theory TV, Hip Hop History 101. K99, I'm your host. Today we'll go back. We're gonna talk about some old school beefs from back in the day. Um, well, yeah, we're gonna call them old school beefs because today beefs is all about fighting and shooting. And back then, back in the day, it was just more. It was more on wax. And anything that was done outside of that, you never heard of no deaths. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna call this an old school beef, but it involves some kids, another bad creation, and the family. Uh, and you can really throw Kriss Kross and the youngsters in there because they all was like in that same circle, shooting shots back and forth to each other. But if you ever listen to Jump, at the beginning of the Jump when the record scratches, it's because of another bad creation. They had used that intro, and Kriss Kross said, they scratched it. We're not having any of that today and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that was a shot at ABC, and they had some more lines in there where they were shooting at them. And I don't know really what that was about. I think it was business. You know what I'm saying? JD and Biv, Biv was saying you stole this from us, and you know that, we had our clothes on backwards in the BBD thing, and I went and checked up on that. It was true, but that's not to say that JD stole that from them. But I don't know. But back then it was Kriss Kross, another bad creation, and then you had the youngsters, and the family was kind of like right here. Now I got a story. I got a couple stories. I got a story about Roro from another bad creation, and I got a story about the Mac Daddy from Kriss Kross. Now my story about Roro is I went to the same school he went to. We both went to Nash Middle School. It was in Smyrna, Georgia. He lived in Crescent Square. I lived up the road, but all my homies lived in Crescent Square, so I was there all the time. But by me being in eighth grade, he was in sixth grade. My pride wouldn't let me come to him and be like, "Hey man, I'm deadly with this pen game. Like my rap skills, deadly." But because he was younger than me, it was kind of like being a senior and he was a freshman. And dick riding wasn't. It's still not cool today. Like we don't do that. So I kind of like, I wouldn't step to him and let him know that I wrote music, and I wouldn't let him know that I was a fan. And that was just me being ignorant. But needless to say, I did. I hit him up on IG. Told him, we went to school, and told him I was from Crescent Square, 2050, all that. So we was like, okay, boom, boom. So we followed each other on IG. But my story about Kriss Kross, Mac Daddy in particular, because Chris Smith wasn't there. And Chris Smith, my homie, because my name is Chris Smith, so he was the one I always fuck with in Kriss Kross. But Mac Daddy's still my nigga too. Rest in peace to the Mac. But I came down for Freaknik. I think it was 9-4. 9495, Freaknik 9495. And I was up in Toledo, but I grew up here in Atlanta metro area. Motherfuckers, they will not allow me to call where I grew up at Atlanta because I grew up in Cobb County. So that's off limits. Like you can't say you're from Atlanta if you live in Cobb. So I was in North Atlanta, I'll say that. And I came down to fuck with my niggas. They was all balling, they was getting money, you know what I'm saying? I was up there banging, thugging it out, selling shit to survive. I wasn't really like in it like that. I was more throwing up shit and trying to shoot a nigga, shit like that. But anyway, I came down, fuck with my niggas, Freaknik weekend. They took me to the Beautiful. Now I'm drunk as fuck. I'm drunk. We get to the Beautiful. We in the back of the line. Front of the line is Chris Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And he ordering his food or whatever, and I'm like, damn, I'm fucked up. I'm like, nigga, this shit type shit don't happen in Ohio. I'm like, I'm about to get JD number. I'm not letting it. What happened with me and Roro, a few years ago, it's not happening again. This time I'm about to tell this nigga, hey, give me JD number. I need to get to it. So I step to Chris, and I'm like, hey man, now but mind you, Chris arguing with some nigga about, I don't know what they arguing about, but they already arguing. And he like heated. And I step in the middle of the argument. I'm like, hey, what's JD number, man? I'm like, what's JD number, man? You know what I'm saying? He just looked at me. He was like, and he kept arguing with dude. Like, I can't believe this nigga asked me. So I'm like, yo, what's JD number? You know what I'm saying? I'm steady asking for JD number. He steady arguing with dude, arguing with dude. So I was like, fuck it then. I see he ain't gonna give me JD number. So I say, fuck it. I go back to the back of the line where I was at. Now they loud and talking about causing a big commotion, big commotion. My homie, I ain't gonna say his name. I'm just gonna call him Big. My nigga Big, I guess he like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck Chris. Fuck the nigga he arguing with and everybody in this motherfucker right now. So he go to the car. Come back in. He like, what? Somebody can get laid out tonight. Right now, everybody can get laid the fuck down. So he on that. Me, I'm still trying to get with JD because I'm still rapping. I still got this deadly pen game and I need to get my motherfucking foot in the door. So my nigga say, hey, Kriss Kross, I heard you fell off. Why you see I'm trying to... My nigga Chris said, nigga, you ain't know? Where you from? I'm from Cascade, nigga. I was like, I wasn't expecting Chris to respond like that. I'm like, oh, shit. Because he a little short dude. He, kind of little stocky, not just big, but he got a little couple muscles on, but he ain't just no big nigga. He like, nigga, I'm from Cascade, nigga, where you from? Like, nigga, you ain't know? And this is about the time, like, I guess you could, I wouldn't say he fell off, but he didn't have nothing on the charts at the time. You know what I'm saying? But he was whipping the white Benz. I remember he was in the white Benz. And, yeah, he was good. He was good. He was with his family that night, I believe, too. But my nigga said that shit. He said that. Actually, that's what made my nigga go get the strap. Because that's the way he responded. It was like, oh, this nigga disrespectful. So, my nigga, he responded the way he responded, and that ended like that. What ended up happening, him and dude got into like this chest bumping match. Him and the dude he was arguing with, they bumping chests and shit, like, what's up? And somebody stepped in, broke it up, and Chris he's like, fuck this shit, and left. So Chris ended up leaving. That was that. But that's not why I got on here to get into all that. I got on here to get onto this post Roro made on IG because, like I said, he had all the kids that was battling each other back then. And he said something about the family. And I was like, wow. So he posted, he said, we first met Run DMC at Celebrity Basketball Game. I'm a big Run DMC fan. So Biv took us to the locker room to meet them. So Biv tells Jam Master Jay that this is my new group. Jam Master Jay says, oh yeah, where y'all from? We said Atlanta. Jam Master Jay said Atlanta. Y'all little niggas country. Y'all can't rock. So our album comes out, does pretty good. So Jam Master Jay put the family out to get at us. But I'm still a Run DMC fan. R.I.P. Jam Master Jay. So I'm going to play a little clip of that family diss. And hopefully they won't hit me with the copyright infringement shit. Because I'm tired of that shit, man. Y'all need to go on with that. Like, yeah, go on with that. But shout out to all my people out there. Shout out to Roro, Chris, Mark, Red, Dave, Ro, and GA. R.I.P. to Chris Kelly. Shout out to Chris Smith, the family, the Youngstaz, crew still popping, you know what I'm saying? And anybody else out there that was doing their thing back then. I appreciate what y'all did for hip hop. 90.
I swing uptown and left the others at the playground.